What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, back with another video, and today we're doing a double unboxing of both Metroid Samus Returns Special Edition and the accompanying Amiibos. Now, I am a huge Metroid fan, and I like that Nintendo is continuing to do special and or collector editions, even though there's really not a whole lot to them. I would have loved a Metroid statue to go with all the action figures that I have, but considering that, some of these get pricey. I understand that they're going to come in with a little bit lower price point, so there's not much to this, but it's still kind of neat, and I thought it would warrant an opening because I am such a huge fan. So inside we get two things, okay? The first thing we get is the Metroid Samus Returns Samus Archive Sound Selection. So it's just a CD, not much to see here. Let's open it up, though, and see if they list some of the tracks inside. One of the things that I loved about Metroid was that they pushed the genre in terms of what music could be in a video game. And if you've watched the Legend of Zelda Symphony, something that I've seen a few times now, you know that they talk a lot, they being Nintendo, talk a lot about how important music was to that game. And I think in a very similar way, that is true with Metroid. There are some very incredible music accompaniments that go with this game. And it's really cool to see that they've put some of my favorite tracks on here. Just scamming through here right now. They have sound from Metroid Other M, Metroid 2 The Return of Samus, Metroid Samus Returns, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime. All in all, there are 25 different tracks in here, including Brimstar, which is one of the coolest soundtracks by any game I've ever played. So I'm super excited for that. I guess that would be probably what constitute the special collector edition part of it, because the rest of this just looks like a regular 3DS game. But let's go ahead and open it up while we're doing that. I'll tell you guys, when I was a kid, I think back to like most shocking moments in games and like what really wowed me as a gamer. And my earliest memory of being surprised in a game was actually beating the first Metroid. And if you guys recall, when you beat the game, Samus takes off her helmet. And that's when you realize that Samus is a she. She pulls off her her helmet, and she kind of like unclips it, and her hair's blowing behind her. And then you're like, oh, it's a woman. And that was such a neat moment for me. And I'll never forget that, because that was really the moment that like just blew me away in terms of like, whoa, like I didn't realize at that point gaming could have such a swerve in terms of plot. So inside, not much to see on 3DS games, unfortunately, but I do remember reading about the reversible case. So if you wanted to, here's the original case that I just showed you guys. You can actually reverse it if you want and go old school with the old Metroid-style Return of Samus case that has the Game Boy logo on it, which is really neat. This is something Nintendo has been doing more and more. I've seen it with Splatoon to name a few of the other games that do that. And so now, if you wanted to, it's definitely a 3DS game, but it's got that old school look to it, and it's the old box art, and it's actually the old black and white logos and stuff from the old Game Boy game, because that's what it looked like when we played it back in, does it say? 1991. I was 9, okay? So that's really cool. Huge Amiibo collector as well. My wife picked this up. This is the Samus Aran and Metroid combo pack. Now, Metroid, there's a little bit of controversy with what the Amiibos do in the game. They reserve an Aeon reserve tank, mark the position of the closest Metroid on your map, view artwork from the original game, and the one that's really controversial right now, challenge yourself with Fusion mode after beating the game. So I guess that this advanced Fusion mode, let's see if I can get that so you guys can see all that, is something that is not normally unlocked just by beating the game. There's a lot of people who are really upset by that, but as a huge Amiibo collector, we knew we were going to get these. We've gotten every single other Amiibo ever to date, so, why stop, right? So let's go ahead and open these bad boys up, and they are really neat. Now, I did get a chance to see these at E3, so I can't say I'm completely shocked by what I am looking at. Here you see Samus Aran in her awesome power armor in one of her more iconic crouching stances. And one of the cool things, too, is the base. Something that I like that they've been doing more and more with different Amiibos is the different kind of bases. So this one actually has the S on it for the screw attack. And a lot of detail went into this. Now, a cool thing about this Amiibo, one that I wish more Amiibo would strive to do, is you don't see any plastic holding it up. She actually doesn't have any kind of bars on her back or, you know, under her butt or anything. This is just her crouching. And a lot of Amiibos have these, a lot of plastic and stuff to kind of hold up the character. And I wish they could come up with better stances where you didn't have to see that. Going along with that is the iconic Metroid breaking out of the case. There you could see the inside of the case broken, and the Metroid is now crawling out and getting ready to fly away. It's a kind of mushy material, not that you would ever push it. It's not actually hard plastic. I think that actually helps kind of the look of it because it has a more natural like bubble to it. It doesn't look like a piece of hard bubble that you would see like here. It's soft plastic. And the base looks like some tubing that you may see on the, you know, when you're running around, kind of towards the end by like where Mother Brain would be. You remember all those different tubes and everything. So very cool set that will definitely go well with the rest of the Amiibos that I have collected so far. Really do like this. Huge, huge fan of Samus Returns. I will definitely at a very rapid pace because it's been so long since we've gotten a good Metroid game. So there you guys have it, a quick unboxing in under maybe 6 or 7 minutes. I can't see that far, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Get out there, play some 3DS, support one of the most badass bounty hunters in all the land. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.